Hey, would you like to improve your lead conversion strategies? If so, I'm going to show you in this video how to take some of the conversations you're having inside Manychat and move that to the database of your choice, LionDesk, Mailchimp, etc., and show you how to do that so you can follow up with people outside of that and convert even more of these leads into clients. Check this out. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin Smullin. My company is 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. For those of you that are new, if you're new, thanks for being here. We appreciate having you come and check us out. What we do here on this channel is we help real estate agents generate more leads for their business. We teach them a Facebook lead generation strategy that will add at least 2 transactions to their production per month and only take less than an hour of their time per week to do it. So here what you're going to find is all kinds of strategies about lead generation, marketing, different ways of promoting yourself, and how to do it using Facebook as the primary tool. So with that, today what we're talking about is Manychat. If you're not familiar with Manychat, then go ahead and check out some of the other videos here on the channel, where Manychat is a Facebook automated messaging system, so that as people respond to your leads, it asks them a series of questions. And it's a very powerful way for a new style of marketing that's called conversational marketing. So you're having a conversation with somebody rather than just generating a phone number, an email address, something like that, where you would just traditionally call. So this is a different way of doing it. But the question that comes up sometimes is, how do I take that and move that into my system so that we're able to convert those leads? So what I'm going to show you on today's video is exactly the process for doing that. So in order to show you that, let me just go ahead and I'll share my screen. Just move a couple things around here and we're ready to go. Okay, perfect. So this is Manychat. This is where you would be going ahead and setting up the flow, where you'd be having a conversation with people, and then you would attach this to your ad on Facebook, so that when people click on the ad, it starts going through this this flow on Manychat. Now I'm going to skip that whole process, and I'm primarily going to show you how to get the data from here into I'm going to use Mailchimp. So Mailchimp is an email software where you can be sending people emails, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. And the process works the same way for anything else that you're doing. So let's say, for example, I was sending somebody a list of homes, right? And so I could say, where is the best email address to send the list? And so what I can do down here is I can put in this user input field. In fact, I'm just going to copy that and put it right there. I don't need that. And so I've got, where's the best email address to send the list? And it's got this user input. Now I'm going to change the user input to email, right? And the reason why I'm doing that is it makes it so that this data goes into a specific place. So I'm going to take that out. Skip means they can skip this question, and I don't want them to skip it. So if they enter something that's not accurate, it's going to give them this message that says, please enter a correct email address. So I'm going to take out that skip. And then what I'm going to do is down here where it says save response to a custom field, I'm going to create a brand new custom field called email address, right? And so now I've got that custom field. It's going to be text, email address, information. That works. Okay, so now I've got that. And then what I want to do is when they fill that out, I want to make sure that there's an action. So what happens with this is I want the action to be where it's adding a tag to their record. So tags are just different ways of being able to segment your database and make sure other things are happening. So the tag is going to be my trigger for a program that I'm going to use to tie Manychat to the backend system, whether it's my database, whether it's Mailchimp. Again, in this example, I'm going to show you Mailchimp because it's a system that a lot of my clients use. And so what I would do is I would just call this like a Manychat lead, right? So I would create that new tag. And so now anytime somebody leaves their email address, that information is going to go into this custom field. and it's going to tag that record with a Manychat lead, and that's the one that I'm going to use to tie these two things together. Okay, and then you would do another action where you're subscribing someone to a sequence or whatever the case is. So I'm just going to fill that out, and that's great. So now I've got my flow set up. Obviously, if you're doing this for real, you would have more of a flow to it than this, and there would be other questions and whatnot. But for the purposes of this demo, that's going to be just fine. Now, in order for you to do the user input, you'll notice that you do need a pro account inside of Manychat to do this. Now, the pro account, it's based on how many subscribers you have. It starts at $10 a month up to up to 500 subscribers. And then at that point, you pay based on how many subscribers you have over that. And there's different brackets for up to 1,000 and so on and so on. You can check that out on their website. But basically, it's going to cost you $10 a month to do that, to have a pro account at a minimum to set this up. So now that I've got this set up, the next step is I want to go to Zapier. Now, Zapier, Zapier.com, is a program that you can use to tie two programs together. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Now, before I go through that process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to Preview. I'm going to open that in Messenger, and I'm going to go through this flow and fill it out, simply because I need to have some data in there that when I'm setting up the programming for this, it's just so much easier if you've already got one of these in there, right? Okay, so I've got this set up now. I've got the Messenger open, and then right here is that flow. Where's the best email address to send the list? So I'm just going to click on that button, and with that button, now it has stored my email address. It's tagged me with the tag which I set up, which was a Manychat lead. And so with that data, now that I've got data, I'm going to use Zapier. So with Zapier, what we want to do is you're going to log in. I've already got an account and I'm logged in. But once you've got your account and you're logged in, you're going to go to Make a Zap. So in this case, the trigger is going to be Manychat. So I'm just going to type in, helps to type it correctly. So there's Manychat, and that's going to be my trigger. And so with this one, it's based on tags. So when there's a new tagged user, that's going to be the trigger that I'm going to use for this. So save and continue. The next thing is it says connect an account. So I'm going to do that. And so now it's just logging into Manychat to go find that. And so with this, I'm going to use my page. And again, you're going to need a pro account for this. And so it's found my account. That's great. It's the correct page. Save and continue. And then the next thing it's going to ask is, what is the tag that I want it to measure? So I've already created this one, the Manychat lead, and that's the tag that I want it to use. So I'm going to hit continue. It's going to say pick a sample. It's checking for samples. So we're going to do pull in samples. And it found this record. And this record right here is the one that I just filled out. And my email address right there. Okay, so that part is all correct. I'm just going to hit continue. We'll put this right up here. That'll be out of the way. Okay, and then it just says your Zap currently lacks an action step. So I've defined the trigger. The next thing is to add an action step, which means where do you want this data to go? So in this case, I want the data to automatically go to Mailchimp. So I'm going to select Mailchimp. And what I want it to do is add or update a subscriber. Then we'll do save and continue. And then connect an account. So here you're going to need to log into your Mailchimp account. In this case, I've already got that set up. There's my username and password. There we go. And so now it's found my account. Everything's good. Save and continue. And here is where we're going to define things. So the first thing that it asks is what list do you want this lead to go inside of Mailchimp? So I set up one that is a demo, so we're just going to pick the demo list. Now the subscriber email, I'm going to click on this little icon, and then in this data set, I'm going to go find it. So remember how we called that field email address? And that's what I'm looking for, is the email address field, which is right here. So it was a custom field, email address, and that's the one. So I'm going to pick that. Double opt-in, I'm going to say no. And update existing, yes. Replace groups, you don't need to worry about any of that because we're not talking about changing their groups or interests or anything like that. So all of that is correct. We're just simply going to hit continue. So this is all of the information, right? So I'm going to click send test to Mailchimp to make sure the Zap is working. Okay, and it says the test was successful. So I'm going to come over here. Here's my demo. I'm going to hit refresh. And hopefully inside that demo account, yep, I now have one subscriber, which is that one that we just said for that test. And so there is the one that we just put in, and you can tell it worked because the source was from Zapier. So if I click on that, it's got my email address and it's got my information in here, picture from Facebook, and all that fun stuff. So that is how you can get data from your Manychat into a thing that you want to use, whether it's Mailchimp, whether it's LionDesk, or whatever other program. As long as Zapier has an interface for that program, then you can connect Manychat with whatever it is, and any data you're collecting inside Manychat can be transferred automatically. So it's super cool. I know a lot of my clients like to use this to be able to follow up with, LionDesk or whatever system they're already using. And this is just an easy way to interface and make that work. So hopefully this video was super helpful in helping you be able to get this set up. Again, it's not super difficult. It just takes a little bit of extra know-how and a little bit of extra steps. So if you need to, go back and rewatch this video. It'll help you with that. But this is one way that you can really also improve your follow-up system, your lead conversion, especially if you've got a detailed follow-up system that's already going on and you just want to integrate the work that you're doing with Facebook and Manychat into what's already going on. So this is the way that you can do that and have it set up. So thanks for being here for the video. As always, if you found it valuable, give us a like. That always helps us, right? Just helps us get more traction, more publicity on Facebook, or excuse me, on YouTube. And then down below, click the subscribe button. You'll get more videos like this showing you exactly how to be generating more leads for your business and how to keep moving things forward. If you're watching this video pretty quick on December 7th, which is Friday, so December 7th, 2018, we're going to be putting on a webinar called How to Create the, How to Make 2019 Your Best Year Ever. So if you want to sign up for that webinar, I'll put a link down in the description. Just realize if you're watching this after that, it'll be a little irrelevant. But for those of you that want to take advantage of that, I'll give you that link down below where you can register, and we'll show you exactly how many leads you're going to need to grow your business, the best ways to market for those on Facebook, and specific strategies that you can be using to help you achieve that. So again, I'll put that link below. I'll also put a link below for our free lead generation course. If you want to see our 4-step process for generating leads, you can go check that out as well. So thanks for being here. Make it a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.